Alright, hello everybody. How's it going? Sorry for the slight lateness. Today's been busy. But I'm here now. I'm excited to get into this. Just realized I didn't get any real water, so I'm probably gonna have to grab some of that later. But for now, I'm good to start. Don't want to delay at all. Yeah. I have not touched the file since last time, so I basically am just picking up right where we left off. Yeah, no, I felt a little bad with the thumbnail, but I mean, it's effectively what I'm doing, because I spent a while thinking about like what exactly I want to do with them, and realistically holding them back for a while is probably the way. Alright, Fronlet isn't going to be doing much for us yet, but I want them in the team nonetheless, so that we can remember they exist and such. I'll keep Chriswiv out for now. We'll bring them in if we need them. I think right now our team is pretty good coverage-wise. We got Membis to cover HMs, Decolt, Loijef, Abomba, the MVP of the party, evidently. Fronlet is here to have potential. Alright, just pulling up some of the stuff I have to... Alright. Okay, so our level cap is 22. Yeah, no, very much so. Obviously, I can't control everything because it's a Nuzlocke, but if I can, I would love to use more, like, Gen 4 Pokemon than Gen 1. Just because, you know, we're playing this game, we've already played Gen 1, 2, and 3, so give an opportunity to some of the people, like Weasel or Gastrodon, that kind of thing. Yes, hello. I don't think we have a fight here. Yeah, okay. We're good. I don't think we have a fight for at least a little bit, but I don't remember exactly. Alright. Luckily, I think I remember roughly the route that we're going on from here. I might get a little lost, though, just because I have not played this game in a while. Yes, absolutely. We have a while until the next gym. We got a lot to get through. Okay. I'm trying to be careful because as far as I remember, we skipped pretty much every fight on these routes, but I don't remember who we did and didn't actually fight. We haven't caught a Starly yet? Okay. Huh. That'll be something to look out for, I guess. Our only flying type right now is our Zubat, so gonna need at least one of those eventually. I like Starly. If there's ever a route where we can get Starly, I'll be happy. I know they're an early Mon first and foremost, but still. I feel like Staraptor, like, I might be not remembering how good they are or aren't, just because I haven't played this since I was a kid, but I always vibed with Staraptor and the whole Starly line, and I feel like they were pretty good, all things considered, or at least as good as the generic flying types can be. Looker. Alright. Now, I also will acknowledge before we get too far into this that, it has been a bit of a busy day for me, so it might be more of a chill stream, but who knows? I might keep the energy up regardless. But, like, despite that, I do want to go long if I can, because I feel like last time we sort of got cut off short because the one, like, trailer or whatever released. So I want to make some good progress tonight if I can. time for the Galactic fight. Don't know exactly what they have, so just decided to throw Loijev, I think, is our Shinx. Still needing to remember my own names. But, you know, if they have, like, Zubats or some shit, then works out, because Electric and just Intimidate works in general. Lots of dialogue. We are getting to the point in the series where there's a lot of dialogue. God, it's been so long since I've heard the Galactic theme. I'm a fan of it, though. Okay. Lammeow and Stunky. We have the levels on them. Should be fine. Shouldn't be any big deal, especially with the Intimidate. Yes, the Perugly or whatever, I think Perugly is the name of that mon, of Mars. I am aware of the many teams that she has killed. I don't necessarily see much of a difference between these two. Oh god, yeah. Actually, poisoning from the Stunky, that I should probably focus the Stunky, oh well. How much do we do? Nearly one shot. That's pretty damn good. Okay, and they do half on a crit. Great. So the poison is a little scary, but I'm fairly confident that we can take out the Stunky, and then Turtwig can take out the Glameow. True. True. Very true. I don't know if I'll worry about that, but if I'm feeling like I want to be as prepared as possible, I'll totally go for that. There we go. Nice and clean. And I believe they only had the one mon each. Yep. God, all of the music of Gen 4 is so fucking nostalgic to me, but I have not listened to it in so long. Yeah, no, especially in a Nuzlocke. Any attack against Dawn's Mons is gonna just be good for us. Which is sort of sad, but you know. Alright. With that, though, gonna backpedal to make sure that we don't die to poison. And then we can continue onward. We've already caught the Mons down this way, so it's not like we're gonna be stopping to catch anything immediately. Yes, I absolutely am of the mind that though Pokemon music has been good for a long time, I feel like sort of the DS era is when the music got truly to sort of its peak of this period of Pokemon. You could argue that a lot of the newer music is really good as well, and I would agree with a lot of it, but there is absolutely something to the music of the, like, DS era that I feel like isn't quite captured by the sort of 3DS and onward music, where you could actually fully begin to represent music as the full, like, instruments that they're meant to be and shit. But at the same time, Heart Gold and Soul Silver does a good job, as you mentioned, of sort of upgrading a lot of the pre-existing music from Gen 2, which does also acknowledge, very admittedly, that I feel like that's a new trainer. I feel like they weren't there before. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to get here. Anyways, but I feel like very much it's worth acknowledging that even the Gen 1 and 2 music is really, really solid. It's just, it really shines once we're to this sort of between point of actually being able to comprehend a little bit of what is being played and what the music is, where before you couldn't fully. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. We avoided the quick turn. Anyways, the Loijev standoff, huh? Is Electric one of the weird types that resists itself? I feel like it, yeah, it is. So, in a weird way, tackling is sort of a fine option. Especially when I can just almost one-shot. Anyways, this thing is half my level, so I'm not too concerned. Alright. Gotta keep myself from just humming the music. Alright, level 15. Cool, cool. We're completely fine on levels right now, but definitely want to keep an eye on them. Oh! I forgot that this is the level that Shinx evolves at. I don't think that Shinx has any, like, dire, like, keep them from evolving moves learned, so I'm just gonna let it happen. First evolution of the night, and I think first evolution of the run? Given that we've stopped, Decult. Because, yeah, we haven't gotten a Balmba to level yet. Membis is Membis. Turkestan, yeah. Fronlet, yeah. Okay, yeah. That is our first evolution of the run. Cool. Into the cave. Now, we've already gone through this little bit to catch Amon, but now we can actually do shit because we know how to break rocks. Rock Tomb, that's nice. Don't know if I'll make use of that, but good to have nonetheless. I find it funny how fucking short this cave is. It's just a way to get physically up. Counts as an expert route, though. Alright. Now, if I recall correctly, this is technically the same route as below, so not catching here or anything. Anyways, do you want to turn and not quick turn for me? They quick turned. God damn it, I asked not to quick turn. Yes, absolutely. I do gotta, at some point, just sort of put in the time to walk in circles during the middle of the day so that Budu can evolve. Good ol' Balmba. They deserve it. Alright, we're doing good damage. I forgot that electric isn't super effective against Budu. Is that not from grass, but why is that not super effective? Oh wait, no, oh yeah, no, sorry, I was looking at my chart wrong. Yeah, grass is resistant to electricity. That's something I forgot. Yeah, no, but you can think of it as the time skip, where a Balmba comes back with new power and stuff. Probably Loijef isn't the best to have in front right now, just because we're not running into a lot of flying types, and grass types are actually resistant, but oh well. Loijef's handling their own, especially when they just don't do anything. Might give Decult some time in the sun, though. Especially if we keep running into grass types. And given that they didn't get an opportunity to shine in the gym battle. Not that they would've. Also probably worthwhile to just arbitrarily level Fronlet up a little bit more so that they can actually do something, but you know. This is a bug guy. We can avoid him, though. That's a cut spot. Okay, we can avoid them. Pretty sure there's something. Yep, there's something here. Bullet Seed. That's not horrible. Not crazy good, but not horrible. And now we're to Floroma Town. Alright. Just gonna heal up, because might as well. Okay. Now, I forget the exact order of things here, but I know that we're going to the windmill, and I know that there's the one, like, path above the town that we need to go to, but I forget if we can do that immediately. Gonna go there right now just to make, like, see if we can, but gonna pick these berries as well. Good old berries. Certainly helps a lot once we are more concerned about held items. I'm curious, do we have... We have a repel. Okay, cool. Yeah, alright. I don't think I need to buy anything right now. Might want to buy a repel later, though. Okay, yeah, no, they block off the way here. And do they move once I talk to them, or do I need... Okay, I need to come back here. I remember all the steps, just not in the right order. Okay, new route, more berries. I don't offhand know what is on this route. I think pretty soon we're getting to the point where Weasel and whatever the pre-evolution of Gastrodon is. But I don't know if it's quite yet or not. For a second I thought that was a quick turn from a trainer, but no, it's the story. Okay, yeah, they're not going to let me go up. And then Valley Windworks is its own encounter area, right? I forgot that that is a unique spot. Curious to just see what encounters we have here, though obviously I can just sort of walk through the grass and find out. Just curious to see what we're running into. Okay, Buizel and Shallows are here, and then there's also Pachirisu, but that is very unlikely comparatively, and also we already have an electric type. Not that I would deny another. Okay. And then obviously if we want to save this to put honey on trees, we could maybe get something else, but let's see what we can get, because a good water type would be nice. Weasel! Okay, I'll take it. I will take it. Hopefully we don't kill it, and hopefully they don't kill the Colts. Let's see. What does a Bomba have moves-wise? Stun Spore, Mega Drain. Okay, cool. I'll send in a Bomba. Gonna just stun him and throw some balls, I think, since we have the level advantage and all. Yeah, okay. Good to remind me. Because we did just have one of those, but it's very easy to fuck that up. So, thank you for that. Obviously have a little ways to go till then, but good to keep it in the brain. This shouldn't do too much damage. Yeah, no, not at all. I'm not gonna risk attacking. I'm just gonna throw a ball or two, and then if that doesn't work, then I'll throw an attack out. Do we get it? Not immediately. Okay, I'll give another chance. And then if this fails, I think I'll do an Absorb, since Absorb isn't that high damage. Damn, okay. Hoping that it doesn't just kill it. Okay, good to know. Not gonna Mega Drain, just gonna Absorb. I don't think it'll kill, but I am a little worried. Jesus Christ, okay, if that crit it would have killed. I guess it was good to worry. Yeah, that is a good point. That is a very good point. But it didn't kill Buizel, which is good. There we go. We have it. Slight scare. Almost killed the encounter. A Bomba is too powerful for their own good. But nope, we got a Buizel. The Sea Weasel. Alright, first name of the night. Lazzle. Probably gonna pick them up and put them in the party, but obviously need to figure out who I'm taking out first. Alright, aren't we good? The Colt's in front, Abomba's basically full health. Bronlet sure does exist. I don't even remember... I think we fight this guy and then they lock themselves in and then we go back. That sounds right. Yeah, okay, that's gonna be really good for us, given that we're always playing in the evening, at least where I am. So, yeah, that Dust Balls will definitely be a worthwhile investment. Alright, let's burn a cat. Did more damage than I was hoping. I guess we are closer in level anyways. Why did I not fucking punch it? I guess we don't have stab, but I believe it's a normal type, so... Yeah, super effective, but did about the same. Alright, I'm not gonna risk a crit or anything like that, so I will throw out... Does Turkestan have moves? They have Rock Smash, Rock Polish, okay, Rock Throw. Yeah, they work. Get the high defensive lad out. Realistically could have stayed in, but don't want to risk losing the starter. Growl is annoying, but we should be able to kill him nonetheless. Unless we miss, because I forgot that Rock Throw is not perfect accuracy. Good thing they missed the Hypnosis, because that would have been annoying as hell. I guess so. I guess they are evil cat people. I guess there's not enough rats in this region, so, you know, they gotta get cats instead. Or maybe it's because they have the cats that there aren't a lot of rats. Okay. Yeah, now we go over to the flower area. A potion! Cool. Alrighty. Off we go. Yep. One letter off from each other and do not get along. God. The amount of times I've woken up to my cat having just left a dead rat in the house is more than I would like. I appreciate that she catches them, but, you know. Maybe keep them outside, you know. Alright. Let's head up. Also, actually, something I'm going to do, just while I'm thinking about it, is I'm going to do that so I have a better sense of party's HP at all times. Fucking trying to rob this guy of his honey. Alright. God, fucking Seth and Jane. Oh boy. Whoa, a skunk? They don't have a cat? Crazy. Alright, I always struggle with a lot of the fighting type, type matchups for some reason. Some of them I remember very distinctly. Okay, that's just neutral. What if I just burn or stab? Later down the line, Rock Smash will be stabbed, but not yet. Okay, Stunky is surprisingly tanky. God, yeah, the prices of anything in Pokemon. It very obviously is meant to be a yen equivalent or something, but then it just is its own thing, and inevitably when Western audiences see those numbers, they just assume dollars. Okay, once again, Decolt's getting sort of weak, but we got him, so we're fine. I think the other one's gonna fight us immediately after, though, so do want to pivot out as soon as possible. Yep. Another fight. Presumably another single Mon, though. Essentially just... Oh no, 2! Wow. Collective... They have a Zubat! Holy shit! Collectively, they have half of a full team. Alright, in which case, Loijeff, get out here, there's a fucking bat. Yeah, Decolt absolutely needs to get stronger. It also... It doesn't... Their nature definitely makes things wacky, just because they... If I remember correctly, Decolt has a nature that lowers their defense but ups their special defense, or vice versa, I forget exactly which. But it definitely doesn't help with their squishiness in the case of the one that is lowered. But yeah, that is absolutely a Loijeff pick there. And they have a second Zubat. This is a Loijeff fight. Loijeff sweep. Have the level advantage, have the type advantage, have the stab. Yeah, Loijeff sweeps hard. And with that, oh my god, like a XP off of leveling. Alright. And they drop the key. I find it so funny how often in Pokemon stories, the way that you get into the, like, evil team bases is by fighting a grunt out in the middle of nowhere and they drop a key. And then we get some honey. Which, is there any encounter out here other than honey-based ones? I don't think so. So, technically I could do a honey encounter right now. I'm not gonna worry about it right now, because I don't think we're desperately needing a ton of stuff yet. But if we lose some Mons, we can backtrack. But now, it is time for Valley Windworks. Yes, very much so. I'm gonna let people naturally level on the way to her, but then I will, before we start the Mars fight, absolutely level some people up, and I might actually level up Fronlit right now, because might as well, and I think Fronlit should become viable. I forget when Fronlit evolves. If they don't, I'll bench them. No, 16. Yeah, no, I distinctly remember the Ironworks being something that has some good stuff there. I don't remember all the details, but I did end up looking it up for a variety of reasons when I was looking up, like, what, holy shit, a damaging move, what move tutors were available and, like, how viable they were for, like, pre-post game. So, base game, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna just put Fronlit to 17, and that'll probably be what I do for everyone, just because, though I don't need to keep at level cap to that fight, I don't want to just over-level, because we got a way to go. Don't know why that word got away from me. Okay. Between Loijeff and that... Actually, I might just be... To be extra careful, I think... Well, no. I'll go through for a bit, but then before the Mars fight, I'll backtrack to heal, and because there shouldn't be any HM requirements in here, I'll pivot out names, Membis, to be our newest lad, Zalazzle, I think I named them. I expected them to turn, and I don't know why I did. Just sort of walked forward. Yeah, Flamethrower being there is one of the big things. That's actually one of the main reasons I was looking at it, because I wanted to make sure the flamethrower was accessible in base game, and, like, evidently it is, but I want to make sure it was because Decult as Chimchar learns Flamethrower eventually, but none of his evolutions do. So I was like, okay, am I losing out on a really good Fire-type move by not getting this? And I evidently... the Ironworks have it. I don't love the confusion, but Loijeff's better than that. Loijeff's better than that. Yeah, this is just XP. More EVs for us, and less time just... Fury Swipes. Nah, I don't think so. But less time on just leveling with rare candies. Though I remember Perugly, I should bring up what the rest of the team is for dear old Mars, just to make sure I'm right. No, Decult, you do not get to evolve. You still have, like, 15 levels to go before I allow you to evolve. You need to learn Slack Off. Alright, just making sure I have Mars's team, because that's that. Okay, looks like there's one more fight before we get to her that is skippable, and then she's there. Okay. So I don't really need to worry about running back to heal, but I want to pick up a more viable member of the party. So, okay, yeah, Zubat and Perugly. Okay, Zubat we can handle really well. Nice and simple. The Perugly is normal and dark moves, all damaging moves, with Fake Out and Feint Attack being the main, like, things to account for. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I know. Yeah, alright. So, basically don't get a first turn if the Perugly outspeeds. And then they'll just do Scratch or Feint Attack. Pretty straightforward, but believe it or not, especially early game, just hit things till they die is a good way to win, and when the enemy does it, it's scary. Yeah, that is very true. Speed is gonna be key here, or at least it's gonna be what we get a lot of. God. Yeah, I've basically never worried about, like, stopping evolutions preemptively, so it's definitely a new experience for me. My main experience with delaying evolutions is watching gimmick runs where they intentionally keep their mons from evolving for, like, an entire run. I know that there's very much value in it, hence why I'm doing it right now, but I haven't ever really bothered with it. Anyways, before I just rush in, I should level up Flazzle and everyone else, but I'm gonna put Loijeff in front, because Loijeff is fast. Intimidate is nice, though it won't hit the Perugly, I don't think, given that'll hit the Zubat. But nonetheless, Turkestan's here if need be. And yeah, Perugly's just normal type, right? Or are they dark type? They're just normal type. Okay. So, realistically, Decult will be a good one. Turkestan can back us up because they have Rock Smash, I think. Yeah, they have Rock Smash. So, Decult and Turkestan will be what we... Actually, I might put Turkestan front, because they have Rock for the Zubat and Rock Smash for Perugly, and if need be, I can pivot. Yeah, I like the idea of that. Yeah, very much so. Oh, holy shit, magnitude. Not gonna be super relevant in this fight, but I'm gonna fucking take it. I will take another stab move that is leading to something that is even better, but you know. Alright. I don't think I need rock polish. Yeah, very true, very true. Intimidate Juggle is always a fairly viable strategy, even if it is sort of ridiculous. Alright, since we're just leveling Mons here, going to, for all of our sake, just sort of speed it up a little. Ooh, Pursuit, okay. I'll take that. I'll replace Water Sport. Well, that's what I'm happy to have on the team. I feel like they're going to be a pretty good piece of things going forward in all likelihood. Or at least one of the cycling members, probably. Swift, not bad. Never misses. Really don't need Swift and Quick Attack, though, but I'll get rid of Growl for now, because I'm not big on the applying debuffs to enemy type moves. But I'll probably get rid of either it or Quick Attack later once we have higher priority moves. And priority in the sense of power, not in the sense of actual priority. But, you know, maybe. There might be a priority move or two we learn. I think they learn, like, Aqua Jet or whatever the, like, priority water move is, so that'd be nice. Prevents sleep. Huh. I don't think I need this. It's a cool move, it has its uses, but I'm fine without it. Yeah, the Magnitude Gamble is always a nerve-wracking but fun strategy. It's all in the gambling. I would not be a true gacha game player if I was not all for the gambling. The Colt, you do not get to evolve. You stay as you are. Flame Wheel, that's a huge upgrade. Or at least substantial. That's from 40 to 60. It is physical, but our typing, like our physical and special are about the same. So that's not that big a deal. Yeah. Yeah, I'll replace it. Realistically, because I'm going for the nasty plot strategy, I will want to get Flamethrower or another special fire move as soon as possible once we start doing the nasty plot stuff. But for now, before that, the stats are pretty damn equal. Alright, and then Loyjeff gets a level. And there we are. Yeah, no, we are plowing through the candies pretty quick. Which, honestly, I'm not surprised by. But still sort of crazy. Alright. Everything's ready. We have our boy in front to sweep. Turkestan should be able to handle everything unless they just take too much damage or miss a lot of rock throws. We have Colt in case things go wrong. How fast is Turkestan? Not very. I think I'm gonna give them the Quick Claw. Just to be safe. You never know when the claw is gonna come in clutch. There we go. Yeah, and just want to compare sort of stats in general. Yeah, much faster, incredibly fast. I think fastest on the team. Actually, never mind. Fromlet is our fastest. Yeah, we got a fast team, all things considered, and then there's Turkestan. Yeah, no. We're not going to be at a loss for special fire-type moves. Alright. Hi, Mars. let's see the worst you can do. Or maybe not. Don't kill any of my guys. I want to live. Zubat should be pretty damn easy, assuming that we don't get, like, confused or miss rock throws constantly or some shit. It goes faster. Okay, Bite does basically nothing. That's good. We hit. Solid. It one-shots because it was a crit. Hell yeah, Turkestan. Continue the strategy from last run of just crit. Okay, and then the Perugly. Now time to start punching. It fakes out. Okay. We didn't get the quick claw proc, so we flinch. But it wasn't very effective, so we're fine on that front. Presumably we should just win this, because though feint attack means they're not doing, like, resisted damage, they are doing just bad damage, and we're lowering their defense, so... I think Turkestan has this, unless they get, like, a sneaky crit or something. God, yeah, we can just crit. There it is. It's the ultimate strategy. Just crit. Gambling is my lifeblood, it would seem. Oh my god. But, god. And now he wants to learn self-destruct? Okay, sure. I'm not going to use it ever, probably, but who needs tackle? Well, I'm going to need to move that out of the front slot. Yeah, no, I do find it funny how easily we've handled the first gym in this fight so far. It's been pretty much a cakewalk so far, which I say very hesitantly because that inevitably might jinx things, but, you know, the power of luck has been on our side, but it very easily could just shift away. Yeah, that was a clean sweep. Only got down to half health. Yeah, god. Speaking of fucking gambling and gacha stuff, I had the weirdest experience, like, a few days ago or whatever, in Genshin, cause for any of you who were there for my latest Genshin stream, well, not my latest one, the one on Tuesday, I pulled for Columbina and her weapon, and in the process, ended up getting Ineffa's weapon, which there's, like, no use cases for it other than Ineffa. The only other one is Flynn's, who A, I don't have, and B, I have a better option if I do pull for Flynn's. But, you know, there really isn't another option. And I like Ineffa. She's a good character, both mechanically and story-wise. So I decided, you know what, I have a lot of pulls. There's characters coming up that I really want, but I have a lot of pulls, so I can throw a little bit her way. If I lose the 50-50, oh well. If I win the 50-50, that just means I can do a much better job at, like, lunar stuff. I can have a good shielder. I have a way to use that weapon. And so I pulled. Didn't get an early pull or anything. Went to soft pity. But on my last 10 pull, I win the 50-50 pretty early in the 10 pull. I keep going. There's another Ineffa in that same 10 pull. My first ever double, like, limited 5-star in Genshin, let alone the other games. This is the first time it's happened to me. I got a double case of limited 5-star, and it's for a character I almost didn't pull for and only did on a whim because I had their weapon. Which is wild. I wouldn't be able to explain what it does perfectly offhand. I just remember that, generally speaking, it's considered to be fairly good. Like, if you're going to minorly invest in her, it is the way to go. So, that's pretty nice. Comparatively to Columbina, if it happened to her, her C1 isn't quite as good from what I've heard, but, like, it's still fine. So, though I find it silly that the character I actually planned on pulling for isn't the one I got the double on, it's still a double, and it was a good one for, like, investment purposes. Alright, we already have a Weasel, so that's not our encounter here. I should also make sure that I'm not getting something I don't want from this route. Not get caught up in my own story. What route is this? This is... Is this 205? What's the best way for me to check? Do I have a map? Would it be in here? I always forget where the maps are in each game. Oh wait, was the map there? Yes, it was. Yeah, this is Route 205, okay. But yeah, no, like, Inepa C1 is nice, and when you add in her weapon, it is sort of crazy. I've been playing teams with Columbina and Inepa with just, like, whatever DPS works for Lunar Charge. A fucking quick turn. And it is absurd how much of the damage I'm doing is not from my DPS. The lunar reactions are insane. But, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with it, that it happened. I would not be upset if it happened more and on characters that I want more, but it was just a wild moment. Yes, like, I thought that comboing people like Farina with a few other characters was very sort of brain turn-off gameplay. But I had not seen Inepa Columbina. But yeah, so now because I have both of them, I am very tempted to, next time Flynn's gets a rerun, pull for him if I have pulls to spare. Like, it's gonna be hard to say if I will, just because of, like, we have some upcoming characters that I really want, but I also have a lot of pulls, all things considered. So probably what I'll do is, if I don't run out of pulls on, like, whatever character I really want the version he gets a rerun, I'll probably just throw whatever else I have at him until I either win or lose the 50-50, and then probably give up if I fail. But, you know. God, yeah, that's an AFK team. Alright, I don't care about your defense up. I still punch you. Alright. Okay, yeah. This route is the same as the Valley Works. Oh, he has a third Geodude? Okay. But, as you mentioned, there is supposedly the other side of the route. Of course, if we had Surf and came back, we could get some things, but not really anything too crazy. Just keep punching, because they're not attacking me. Yeah, and there's the north side, who has Wurmple, Silcoon, Cascoon, Kricketot, Beautifly. Okay. I honestly think either a Pachirisu or a Shellos would be better for what I currently have, because bugs just are so mediocre usually. I feel like there's a few good ones, but, like, yeah. Yeah, the fact that drip marking isn't out yet is sort of surprising. I will agree with that. I did not know that was where they were going to turn. Okay, no, fine. But due to leaks, I know who's coming next. And I won't say, because I know not everyone wants leaks. I sort of go back and forth about leaks. Yeah, Butterfree has some good use cases. I am a fan of Butterfree. But generally speaking, bugs are not the best, I feel like. Like, not terrible, but, you know. Usually there's a lot better options, I feel. But, yeah, I won't say who the leak is, because even myself, I'm not always the biggest fan of leaks. But I'll just say I'm pulling for them. Like, absolutely. And God, am I hyped based on what I've seen and heard. Alright, did they have anything else, or is that just the one? Alright, level 18. We are getting closer and closer to the level cap, though I don't think we're quite to the point of needing to worry. And I just realized we don't actually have Membis in the party, but that's fine for now, because we actually don't have anything other than Rock Smash for Membis to care about, and we have that on other mons. Oh, there's an item down there. Alright, that's fine, I can come back for that, because there's also an item up here. Anyways, do we get a Shellos or a Pachirisu? Shellos! Alright. That is not bad, honestly, because Water Ground is solid. Not solid for the coast. A Bomba will kill this thing if they touch it, but they could stun it. Yeah, let's go with that to start. Yeah, no, I am not too concerned about PP right now, especially because I've basically just been spamming Decolt so far. Electricity has been weakened, good to know. Oh, I need to buy more Pokeballs. Huh. With that in mind, I might want to hit it once or twice. Obviously not with the Bomba, but... Oh yeah, the level managing is gonna get rough. Maybe Flazzle? Yeah, let's go Flazzle. Water Pulse. Not gonna do much to Flazzle. And similarly, Water Gun shouldn't do too much to Shellos, though maybe I just do... Maybe I just do like a quick attack. Something generic, something low power. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do another one, and then I will try to catch. Just want to get them to the yellow. Alright. And they're paralyzed, that's nice, makes it easier for me. Yeah, only 2 Pokeballs, I need to catch more. Maybe I'll sort of loop back to town, because I shouldn't go into Eterna Forest without Pokeballs. There we go, nice and simple. Yeah, also, yeah, you make a good point. Giving EVs to Flazzle is a good idea. Though I don't think you get EVs off of catching. I have sounds that enter my brain, but they're sometimes too close to other names I've made. For some reason, what I have running through my mind is the fucking Kingdom Hearts real-time fan dub. Just Ababa. God. Almo. Nice and simple. Don't need the long names always. Yeah, just gonna loop around. Keep pausing exactly where these trainers walk. I'm really good at this. I assumed that she was just gonna sort of circle. Yeah, they only have the one Mon. The Chop, okay. Colt can handle this, probably. Ah, hello. Good to have you. We're just sort of making our way down the route right now. Just dealt with the Valley Windworks. Should just kill in another, unless that was a high roll. Okay, cool. Yeah, I assume that's also when XP for catching is, like, implemented. I assume those would go hand in hand. There we go. Nice and simple. Didn't even really hurt us. Really need to be avoiding these fights, though, because I do not need this XP. Especially before all the mandatory fights. Repel? Okay, that'll be nice on the run back. Let's see, can I avoid them if I just go up? Yes, I can. Beautiful. Gonna just heal here, because might as well. Do I talk to you to heal? Yes. There we go. Okay, they do get healed. I don't know why it didn't update on the little bottom screen. Odd. Alright, gonna go down this way because there's some items. And berries. Which are items, I suppose. Oh god, did something come out? Okay, no. Just releasing a cutscene from Genshin. I saw a notification from YouTube, and it's the time when things usually drop, so I was like, wait, did something happen? I don't think anything should be coming out, but at the same time, Star Rail, we are waiting on, like, a Planar Arcadia trailer at any time now, so who knows? I thought she was gonna fucking rotate, but no, quick turn. God damn it. Yeah, that is a bit funny. I actually forgot that she heals you. Ah, Roselia. What a Bomba will someday become. Anyways, burn in hell. Presumably one shot. Yep. God, yeah. Anyways, while I'm making the backtrack, I'm curious to see what Eterna Forest has to offer. Gotta keep an eye on things so I don't let the cult evolve, though. No, you do not get to evolve yet. You still need to become a lazy schemer. We will make you evil and fucked up and lazy. Alright. Really? I'm just getting all the fights. Okay, sure. Alright, what do you got? One Mon, you're a camper, so a Ponyta, okay. Interesting. Might as well throw Falazzle at it. More speed EVs, because I'm pretty sure Ponyta has speed. I mean, hey, this will make the run back through the route much easier. Oh god, I just realized I need to reorganize the moves on, oh god, what's his name? Our Geodude. Because I believe Self-Destruct is still in front. Alright. Oh wow, there's a lot of things in Eterna Forest, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, we have a couple Mons that are viable, that I can move into the team. But yeah, we definitely might need to swap out some Mons to not have the most powerful guys getting all the levels. But while I'm here, I'm gonna make sure I do the thing I actually came back to do, which is buy things. Be a consumer. Just gonna go to... I'll just go to 9, because that'll get us to the next town for sure, and then we'll be able to pick up more if need be. Yeah. I'm horrible at remembering my own names. Turkestan. I should remember it because it almost is Turkmenistan. There we go. Yeah, looks like our most likely encounter in Eterna Forest is gonna be Baniri, because we already have Badoo. Well, actually, no, wait, sorry. Let me look at Night. Still Baneri, okay. But then we have a chance at Hoot Hoot, Kricketot, Silcoon, Cascoon, Ghastly, Beautifly, Dustox. Okay. Interesting. Interesting options. Baneri probably won't do too much for us, but might as well pick it up if we get it. And if we get something like a Ghastly, that's cool. Oh wait, actually I do want to cycle the team a little bit to avoid accidentally over-leveling. Oh wait, no, I want to move around, not just deposit. Okay, oh god, gonna need to level them up a little bit. Maybe I take Wei-Wei, who is a little bit more capable. Flazzel hasn't gotten much, so I'd love to leave him in, but I want a little bit of type diversity, nonetheless. Almo should come to the party. Maybe... A Balmba's sort of our catcher, so I'll keep a Balmba in the party. Switch to Colt, because they're one of our highest XP people at this point. What level are the other people? 18. Turkestan is our next. Okay. I'll bring Chris with... Oh, goddammit. Just trying to make sure the party is as cycled as possible. And I would bring Flazzel because they haven't done much in the party yet, but I don't want 3 water types. And at 17th level, I'm not too concerned about the others. It's really once I'm getting too much higher than that. Yeah, no, very much true. The Haunted House can wait. Before I forget, though, I am going to just quickly give enough levels to the new Mons to make sure that they don't just die instantly. Alright, Almo, get some levels. I think I'll bring them up to 16, just be right behind the others. Because, you know, ooh, hidden power. I feel like 12, well not 12, 6 levels for each of them is probably fine. Alright, I'll get rid of Mudsport, because Mudsport sure is a move. Yeah, no, names are something I've always been bad with, but because I know that, I do, when I, like, really need to try to remember names, I do try to put the extra effort in to, like, really commit them to memory. Doesn't always work. For sure doesn't always work. It takes me a lot of time to learn names if I, like, hear a lot of names in quick succession. Part of why, for my anime reactions, I take notes. Because there's no way I would remember a lot of those names if I didn't. Just gonna speed this up for just the sake of everyone. Bite, that's good to have. There we go. There we have it. Team should be at least viable to survive. Want to just get a glance at what we have. Okay, yeah. Would love for Aomo to have a water type move. Okay. Wei-Wei has water gun. Christwolf has bite, as they just learned. Maybe I'll put Fronlet in front. Give Fronlet a little time in the sun. Yeah, that's a very good point. And I probably will try to do that, because I don't think I've ever actually used a Rotom in a run. But I really do like Rotom's vibe. I should probably repel. But don't really need to, I don't think, because there's not actually that much grass on this route. Okay, at this point, though, I've fought fucking everybody here. Wow! Just as I'm saying, I fought everyone. Holy shit, that luck. That fucking, like... That's fucking karmic as all hell. I don't know what else to call it. Okay. Yeah, that is so fucking ironic. Alright, I think we have this fight in the bag, though. I don't think Fronlet's gonna lose here. Anyways, I'm gonna just double check that secretly something else didn't come out. You never know with these things. Okay, now we're fine. Just some Dottore animation. Well, like cutscene, rather. God, yeah, no. The Abra line is very funny to me because they are absurdly powerful, but they have so little stuff initially. Alright, do not want to waste any time getting XP in fights that are unnecessary. Okay, into the forest we go. Hello there. Hi, Cheryl. Time for you to, force me into various double battles. Oh yes, decided. We had so much choice. Okay. It's encounter time. A bomba, get out here. Let's see what we get. Probably gonna run into, oh right, it's double. So Cascoon is our encounter. Okay. That is a bug. I will take a bug. Honestly, in some ways, probably has a higher chance of getting used than if it was a Baneri. No, actually, Baneri isn't, like, the worst thing in the world. Just normal types are always weird. The Harden, in this case, is actually good for us, because it means that we can poke it without it dying. Obviously not with a Balmba, but, you know. Jesus Christ, a Balmba, what are you doing? Oh god, I'm also realizing the other tense part of this is, what if Cheryl just kills the Cascoon? That's also a threat. But luckily it is hardening to all hell. Just fucking stun it, finally! The Balmba was being a bit too lazy there. There we go, Egg Bomb the Budu, I like it, good, we got the one left. I'm just gonna start throwing balls, because Chansey is gonna start bombing this cocoon. When did we pick up a heal ball? I must have missed that. Do we get it? They're at full health, but we have the level advantage. Okay, now. Gonna need to be bombed. Bomb him! Or her. Yeah, okay. With that kind of damage, we're fine. Oh, it's... Okay, it's cured of paralysis, great. Gotta just keep throwing balls, not gonna try to keep the paralysis to stick. Yeah, I don't think Murkrow's an option here, are they? Anyways, they are fighting me. Yeah, no, Murkrow is not an option at this... here. In Diamond, Murkrow is available, and in Pearl, Misdreavus is. But in Platinum, they are not. Which is sort of weird and fucked up. Honestly, would have preferred to have Murkrow or Misdreavus as potential options than some of the ones we have. There we go, we got the Cascoon. A light bombing did it good. Let's see. Morin. I mean, it's sort of hard to say what specifically replaced it, but my guess is Ghastly, because Platinum just gives a fuck ton more options at night compared to Diamond and Pearl. Because Baniri was much lower chance but was available, Hoot Hoot wasn't, Bidoof wouldn't show up, Kricketot wouldn't show up, and then Beautifly and Dustox would show up in both the other versions, but... Well, actually, Beautifly wouldn't, but Dustox would. So, yeah, they added a few more things, changed some of them around, sort of arbitrarily, it seems. Alright, gonna shimmy back around, put Fronlet in front. I'll keep Weiwei in front as well for double battle purposes, but not that that's gonna actually mean anything, because Cheryl exists. Alright, first double battle. Let's see what we're up against. A Bug Catcher and a Lass. So bugs and whatever the fuck. Okay. Probably gonna start with the Pachirisu, given its level difference. How much does this do to us? Oh, well, they're attacking Chansey, that's fine. Chansey is... Oh my god. Okay. Paralyzed Chansey, sure, I guess. And of course they target the weaker of the two. With a crit, okay. Very much RNG there. Oh, holy shit, a Cascoon? Well, not Cascoon, a Silcoon. I fucking mixed them up, despite the word being in front of me. Yeah, I feel like very much the Pachirisu is the bigger threat here. Because I'm guessing that actually what their teams are is a single Pachirisu that is higher level, and then the full line of, like, Wurmple, Silcoon, into... I think Silcoon goes into Beautifly. That's my guess. Down goes the Pachirisu. Fronlet levels, okay. Okay. It learns Disable. We now have 2 Mons with that. Oh no, our speed! Not our speed! Anything but our speed. Anyways, get confused, idiot. And now it's a 2-on-1, because I killed the only Pokemon that the Lass had. And then they just soft boil, okay. Way to help out. Honestly, optimal timing for it, but still. Right, yeah. Yeah, God. I need to go back and continue watching the anime, because as I've mentioned before, I went back not too long ago and rewatched, I guess it was actually like a year ago at this point, Jesus, and went back and like watched through a lot of the original series, or at least all of the base base Kanto stuff. But I really ought to keep going, because I remember the Johto stuff being fun, and I never properly have watched the Hoenn era, so I'd be curious to see what the vibe is there. I know the anime is, like, not the craziest, like, most impressive thing in the world, but it's a fun vibe. I like it. Alright. These guys are psychic boys, if I recall correctly. I can also aggressively manipulate things by making this a 2-on-1. Yeah, this fight is gonna be easy. Actually, it's just a 1-on-1. Okay, interesting. They don't have Cheryl fight if you pick a fight. Huh. Did not realize that. Anyways, I always forget what Psychic on Psychic does. Is that resisted? It is. So, probably could have swapped Fronlet out of front, but oh well. Anyways, why are they holding back their Abra? Why would they do that? What kind of cruel trainer would hold back their Pokemon? I'll bring Wei-Wei in, sure. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's fun. There's a lot of the movies I haven't seen, but a lot of the early ones I have fond memories of. Like, the original... Jesus Christ, that hidden power? Maybe I don't do Wei-Wei? Oh. Alright then, I guess it is a higher level than me. Let's bring Almo in? No, Mud Bomb has bad accuracy. I don't want bad accuracy right now. Oh wait, Criswiv has a Dark-type move. Hopefully they don't get one-shot. But, like, the original movie, to a lesser extent, Pokemon 2000, but still, like, that one I like quite a bit. Okay, good, that's not very effective. And then the Entei movie, that one, the memory of it is fuzzy, but I have fond memories of it. That one was really solid. And then, funnily enough, one of the main things from the Hoenn era I have seen is... I forget what the movie was actually specifically about, but it had Latios and Latias in it, where they could, like, turn into people and shit. And that's, like, one of my main exposures to the Hoenn era. I remember seeing that as a kid, and I don't think I even saw the whole thing. I have a very distinct memory of parts of that movie. Yeah, poor Wei-Wei. Oh fuck, I forgot, she just instant heals us. Huh. Wild. Cool. Anyways, I'm gonna bring Criswiv to the front, because I believe this is also a Psychic, like, trainer. Oh, that's nice. I love that. I like that. God, I very distinctly remember periods of my childhood just constantly rewatching stuff that my family taped when it, like, aired or whatever. I think my strongest memory of that for me was the last few episodes, including the finale of Avatar: The Last Airbender, because I remember that it was like an event for my family. My parents really... Yo, nice crit. My parents really loved Avatar: The Last Airbender. Even my grandparents liked it and sort of came over to watch the finale with us, and we made sure to have a tape in to record it. That's a good memory. I haven't thought about that in a while. Huh. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I have vague memories of that one. That's one that I definitely have seen, but I've only seen, like, once, and it was when I was very much younger. So... I don't as strongly remember the Celebi one, but I remember some nice stuff about it. Anyways, is there a way around them? I'm also gonna just throw in a repel at this point, because I do not need to waste time in the grass. I did not realize we were given 10 honey, Jesus. Thought we were just given a little bit. Ah, yes, the slight bit of a maze part of the forest. Yo, a potion! Yeah, no, Avatar: The Last Airbender is one of, like, my favorite cartoons. It is so very much up there for me. Oh, perfect time for the repel to wear off. Like, that's the kind of show I've gone back to rewatch several times over, and it holds up. It's fucking great. There might be, like, if I'm just wanting to get to some of my favorite episodes that are on rewatches, I might skip a couple episodes, especially from season 1. But not really. Like, usually I'm open and just happy to watch the whole thing, because it's fucking good. Alright. So we've already caught something on this route, so no stuff there. We're now to Eterna City. If I recall correctly, we can't do the gym immediately, but I'll double check. Oh yeah, no, that I'm not surprised by that. I could see that being confusing. I don't think I ever had that confusion, just because I really didn't interact with Johto or Hoenn much until I was just, like, a little bit older. Sorry. I did interact with Johto. It was through Heart Gold Soul Silver. But I didn't do, like, the Celebi event or anything, so I just sort of didn't have much interaction with Celebi as a Pokemon. Alright, let's see. DeColt's gonna be able to shine in the fight. I don't know if we're quite to the fight yet, but still. Meanwhile, our water grass... Well, not water grass. Our water ground types are not gonna be shining. Neither is Turkestan. So... let's see. Criswiv... probably is fine to come with us, given our minimal options. Poison resist grass. Flying resist grass, yeah. Criswiv is fine. Waywawee is sort of in a dangerous spot, but we don't have great counter options. Colt's gonna be the MVP. Fromlet can work. Blajeff can work, a Bomba can work. We don't have, like, as concrete a team here as we did for the first gym, but we have the sweeper, so... yeah, no, actually very much true for Fromlet. Fromlet will be good there. Oh yes, this is where we get the bikes. I don't remember when we can get the bike, but... not gonna worry about it quite yet. Hello, Gardenia! Can I please fight you? Right, okay, she just says hi in front, and then we go inside. Okay, anyways, picking this up while I'm thinking about it. Super Potion, cool. Going to swap DeColt into the front right now. I don't think Criswiv has any flying type moves yet. Once we bring them up to the level cap, I would hope they do. I think by level 22, Criswiv should learn, like, Wing Attack or something. I'm not confident on that, but I feel like they should. It's around that level. Alright. Right, you have to do the fights to fucking rotate the clock. I remember now. Oh yeah, no, we could bring our Cascoon. That is actually a very good point. Probably want to replace Waywawee, seeing as bringing water to the grass gym doesn't make too much sense. Need to remember to come back for that before the actual gym fight. Gonna just make my way through the initial trainers, though. A Roselia? Yeah, I feel like we have the fight in the bag, realistically. We could get obliterated by status and heal and shit, but we have a fire type, we have a flying type, we got a psychic for the poison, and we'll have a bug. I don't know if they'll have any bug type moves, but we have a bug. Just double training something. Yeah. You know, Bug would be a good move. Alright, level 20. I need to make sure not to over-level Colt in these initial fights, but I don't think that'll be an issue. No, you do not evolve yet, Colt. You will continue to be a child for longer than that. Yeah, no, this is a very straightforward, you gotta do the fights kind of gym. Which, in a way, I appreciate, forcing you to engage with the game, but at the same time, needs more fights for shit to go wrong. There we go. Let's see, do you got anything that can beat a fire type? Probably not. 3 Pokemon, though. A Budew, something tells me I'm gonna be fine. Do we one-shot? We do. God. Budew sounds are so fucking, like, just sad. It's just a little creature. Yeah, okay. That is good to keep in mind. Though admittedly, Sunlight will help fire, but still. Okay. Anyways, the triple Budew Gambit, something tells me it's not going to work for them. Okay, so level 20, and 22. Okay. But for actual attack moves, everyone but the Roserade has just grass, and then there's the Poison Sting on them. Okay. And they have a Citrus Berry, Natural Cure. Okay. Good to know. Realistically, should be able to handle it pretty well. This Turtwig is just pure grass still. We got options. Even if Colt gets weak, we have Waywawee. And once we're to the Roserade, Fronlet can do good work. Yeah, should be fine. Yeah, and I would not consider Colt to be heavy. Anyways, this is actually secretly the other reason to keep Colt baby, is because that way they're lighter. Definitely the reason. Poison me? Okay. We'll finish the fight before we die of poison, though. We're fine. One shot. There we go. Yeah. No, it's honestly cool. I like when starter Pokemon are in enemy teams. It makes me always much more remember the team, because it always feels like sort of a surprise, an event of sorts, to face off against another starter. No, Colt. Not yet. You have yet to become the schemer you will someday be. Alright. Now it's time for the gym leader. Gonna go back, make sure we're healed, especially because of that poison, and swap Waywawee out for a Cocoon. Alright. Does Cascoon just naturally level up to evolve, or does Cascoon evolve through some other means? I honestly forget. Want to be careful about the poison, but I think we'll be fine. Don't want to multitask too hard here and miss the center. Okay, there we go. God, yeah. There are some wacky teams. Okay. What was that? Okay, yeah, just level up at level 10. So actually, they're probably over-leveled to get to their, like, evolution. I think the bottom screen doesn't update until you do some kind of transition, given that even after healing there it hadn't updated. But I could be wrong about that. Alright, Morin. Replace Wei-Wei. Poor Wei-Wei. Not getting any opportunities to do stuff, and the one chance they do, they almost die and get benched. Alright. Now time to get the level up and finish out this first stack. DeColt gets a single level as a treat. Okay, just sort of looking at numbers. Attack, special attack are maintaining. Defense is lagging behind special defense because of nature. Okay. No evolution. Yeah, Cascoon, rare actual use. I don't know if they're gonna be our go-to, but hey, if they learn a flying type move or a, like, bug move, then they will have use. Good old Dustox. I do remember James having a Dustox, though. That is something I remember. A lot of the stuff... Oh, Gust, that is good. That actually works. A lot of the stuff that I believe happened in Hoenn that I know about is just because it's stuff that retained into the, like, Gen 4 anime stuff. Because, yeah, I feel like a lot of those Pokemon that Jesse and James had were from more Hoenn than anything. / Johto. Moonlight, nice. That's actually pretty nice. Maybe I was too quick to judge, Morin. Alright, Criswiv, come on. There you go, wing attack at level 17, great. Very nice. The bug move could hypothetically come in handy, but I think I'll instead replace Astonish, because 30 power on a non-stab move with only 15 PP, even with flinch, yeah. Right, yeah, no, I remember that. God, if I do get back to rewatching it, it will be very surreal rewatching the Sinnoh anime period, because I only loosely remember that. Anyways, Confuse Ray is just better supersonic, so yeah. One more level to Criswiv. Oh, and perfect time for evolution, Golbat time. God, now just like how I want to do, like, read the manga, because of all the times you've mentioned it, Pokelove, I now definitely want to get back to the anime. I feel like it's the kind of thing that I absolutely could just sort of, like, watch in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Like, the excessive amount of exploring I'm doing in Genshin right now, I have sort of locked in lately with Genshin. Ever since the update, I feel like I've sort of hit my stride on doing world quests and exploration again. Because I went from not having done a lot of the quests in Nod Cry to 100%ing every area in both parts of Nod Cry, having done almost every world quest, and, like, scouring it for all of its value in, like, a week. I've been sort of locked in. But, yeah, I feel like it's honestly just because I've sort of re-entered my flow state with Genshin and the, like, Hoyoverse games in general. Because, you know, I dip in and out of motivation with the games from time to time when I'm doing other stuff, whatever. But recently I've sort of re-entered the high motivation, wanting to experience everything sort of mode. And I'm happy with it. The world quests of Nod Cry have been really solid. Really like the new one with Lua. I'm still trying to get the pronunciation of his name quite right. Yeah, the compass is so fucking nice. It's the only reason I've 100% things already, but it is so fucking convenient. It makes everything so much nicer. Alright, time for the actual gym battle, though. Yeah, very much so. Like, I would say that with Genshin specifically, like, it's varied between the games sometimes. Sometimes I have motivation for one, but not the others. But for Genshin specifically, I think, honestly, sort of early to mid Natlin, with, like, the lack of voicing of characters and everyone complaining about aspects of the story and stuff like that, I sort of lost motivation and wasn't doing nearly as much. Natlin is probably my least explored and, like, least fully done world quest-wise region at this point. Just because, you know, that motivation wasn't quite as much there. I was focused on the other games with, like, Amphorius and stuff. But it's back, and now that I'm pretty much done with Nod Cry as it currently stands, I am very tempted to go back and do a lot of Natlin. Anyways, we get the 2-shot. It does not get the sunny day off. Here's to hoping for a sweep. Yeah, no. Exploration definitely, and the World Quest definitely, is a lot more of a time investment than pretty much any of the other games. But, I mean, at the same time, it is one of the things I like the most about the game when I get back into it. But, yeah, the June posting is something I've really sort of had to figure out how best to balance. That's a nice burn. I'll take it. Even though we're not doing a ton of damage, I'll take the burn. Offsets the Leech Seed. But, like, I feel like I've gotten to a pretty good place with how I react to Doom posting and stuff. I'm not immune to it for sure. If it happens long enough with enough things, it affects me for sure. But I very much have gotten to the point of, even if there are legitimate critiques that I do acknowledge, because I want to acknowledge legitimate critiques, I don't want to just blindly consume the game. I do much more enjoy myself when I just let myself go, I liked the story, I guess there's some flaws, anyways I liked it. Anyways, god, this Charm is holding on. Anyway, the Reflect's gone, that's good, and the burn takes him out. Probably going to pivot to Cult out after the next hit they take, because they could probably take one more hit. Maybe not if it's a crit, but who knows. Let's see what a Flame Wheel does. They stuns for me, that's sort of annoying. Hopefully I get through. We do it, we're good. How much do we do? A shocking amount. That Reflect really was doing work for them. Huh. Alright. But then we get drained a little bit, that's annoying. Now that we're in the yellow and we're paralyzed, I'm gonna pivot. Let's give Morin some time in the sun. Yeah, fuck it, sure. Let the bug breathe. It would have been a 2-shot if it wasn't for all the shit going on, like the berry, the fucking drain. Cool, Magical Leaf does fucking nothing. Gust, we got this. And even if we got too hurt, we have Moonlight. Yeah, only time Morin's gonna get used, probably. Might as well give him a chance. Maybe I shouldn't have given them a chance. If that's how much damage they're doing. I guess it is Gust. But, okay, sure. I'll give it to them. They can do it. Gonna be fucking annoying, but we have Moonlight, and they're not doing any fucking damage. Now, they probably are gonna heal here, because they haven't healed yet. Yep. So, honestly, I might switch off of Morin, because they are just not doing anything. Which I guess is fair, but, you know. Now they're stuck. God damn it. Maybe I'll switch. I'll give Morin enough of a chance. I'll let them keep going until they lose a turn to paralysis. I'll give them that much grace. Alright, we're getting down to the yellow. I can Moonlight if I really want. But I'm just gonna keep it simple. Just gonna pivot. Let's bring Chriswiv in. Let him kill him on, thus get some friendship points. Start making their way. And also because of the second potion, maybe we can just kill with the wing attack here. There we go. Avoided the second potion. That is nice. Anyways, nice and clean fight. Really was not a threat. Morin could have handled it on their own, probably, but I didn't want to fucking bother. There we go. We have a second badge to our name. And now is when my memory of what the fuck we do next gets very fucking hazy. But we have Cut now, which is huge. Okay. Bill Grass Knot. I don't think it's poison. I'm pretty sure they're both paralyzed. Yeah, just paralysis. We're good. Yeah, that was a clean fight. That was nice and solid. And hopefully we do not have any major bumps on the road on the way. Now I suppose it's time to teach someone Cut and go into the one building to fuck up Jupiter. Alright, let's get the team resituated. And I should double check what the next level cap is. Alright, Turkestan, get back in here. Goodbye, Morin. You served your purpose very briefly. Or arguably longer than you should have, but don't worry about it. And let's bring Membus in, because they probably can learn Cut. Who do I bench? Bomba's our catcher. Though I just put Turkestan back, I think I'm taking Turkestan out. Just because, though they cover some typings we don't have, they also have a lot of overlap with what we've got. So I'll leave it at that. Yeah, no. Like, tanky mons that just don't have much weaknesses are always annoying. Alright. Let's see. Presumably, Membus can learn Cut, but let's do it now before we go too far away from the center. I don't have Cut yet. I need to get Cut. Where do I get Cut? Sort of got ahead of myself. Where do you get Cut? It's somewhere in Eterna City? I would assume so. Oh, right. Do we just have to walk to a part of town I didn't walk to? That's the wrong way. Yeah, I just didn't walk this far. Oh, that's a good point. Once we actually go in, benching Fronlet would probably be a good idea. Anyways, good ol' Cyrus. God, I really love what they did with the statue here, of making it ambiguous of what legendary it is, and sort of being able to be seen as either, depending on how you look at it. I really like that, vibes-wise. Really good pixel work to pull that off. And I will say, one thing I very much appreciate from Legends Arceus is the fact that they sort of lean into that with the, like, sort of weird quadrupedal versions of the legendaries. Yeah, I remember Cynthia giving the egg. I didn't remember that she's the one who gives us Cut. Alrighty. Oh, I need to check what the level cap is. Anyways, I'm gonna go and box Fronlet for now. Now that we're done with Gardenia, Fantina is next. Level 26. Okay, we do not have much wiggle room. Huh, alright. Gonna want to be careful. Don't want to just pile one person on all the time. I think I'll actually bring Felazil along, because water type is good. And I probably would bring Almo for the more type coverage, but they don't have great moves right now, and aren't even ground type yet. I didn't even replace the correct person. Why did I replace Membus? Yeah, okay. I knew we had a rival fight in the near future, I was forgetting where specifically it was. Good to know that's, like, shortly after. Alright, Membus, sorry to box you, not my intention. Fronlet, get in the box. You have done us well for a limited time, and will do us well in the future, but not now. We have some good mons, I feel like, right now. Fronlet was a very lucky encounter. A lot of our other mons are really solid. I have not taught Cut yet. There we are. Yep, Membus is able. And Cut is honestly not the kind of move I want on any other mons, so I'll get rid of Tackle, because Cut is just better Tackle. Yeah, Membus, I'll have to apologize to Membus later. Keep him in the party for a long time, you know. But hey, they're only gonna become more important to the party as we go. Anyways, gonna just sort of sneak this way for an item. Don't remember what the item is, but it's just gonna be a little sneaky about it. Beef, okay, okay. And now let's go inside. And let's see, what would our best bet for them be? I could keep just punching, because they're probably gonna have... oh, hi, Looker. They're probably gonna have a dark type or two, but if they have any Zubats, then punching ain't great, but, you know, I have fire in that case. And also a lot of their mons are poison, so fighting isn't good in that case. Okay. Maybe I give Felazil a little time in the sun? They're not necessarily gonna, like, do anything super impressive here, though. Let's put Loyjeff first. I like Loyjeff. Alright, what do we have here? There's the multiple staircases. One of them's a lie or some shit. Right, that's the liar staircase that has a ton of fights to get to it, but an item. Then there's these staircases. I'll go back for that item eventually. And did I choose perfectly both times? I think I did. And now there's this, and I think it's a fight either way. Probably gonna be an electric type if it's this guy. So maybe Decolt. Well, if it's a Magnemite, Decolt will be the way. So let's immediately put Decolt back in front. Yeah, I'm curious to see Looker's presence in Black and White, because, as I've said before, I do not know... I know some stuff from Black and White, the general plot beats. Why does he have a Kadabra? I was expecting a fucking, like, electric type or some shit. Okay. Alright. A fucking X special? Crazy. Oh yeah, we can just nearly one-shot and then burn them. That works. I mean, hey, Decolt does work. Decolt is a pretty solid mon, all things considered. Even before evolution. Jesus Christ, Decolt! That was scary. That was very scary. Gonna need to heal Decolt up. Oh boy. I got very afraid there. Nasty plot, cool. That's the first set, like, first move in the set of the silly plans. Because I also want to get Slack off if I can, so that I can heal myself as I do my plotting. Yeah, no fighting typing yet. If I had that, I would have died. It was all planned. Anyways, don't evolve yet, Decolt. When does Chimchar get Slack off? Want to make sure I'm just keeping that in mind. And also wanting to make sure that I heal up Decolt. Slack off is at 39! Oh boy! Oh, my poor child is gonna be in pain. Gonna just use up some of the potions. Because might as well. There we go. Yeah, we've got a ways to go. We're gonna be baby for a while. Okay, I chose wrong, but we get some items, like a blue shard. That actually will be sort of nice, because I think in a weird way, unless I decide close combat is, like, worth it, in a weird way, I think Vacuum Wave, if I'm remembering the name of the move correctly, is going to be one of the better bets for a fighting type move. Just cause it's... They don't even attack, okay. Just because it's a special fighting type move, and it's also priority. So though it is a little low power, it's a priority move, and it's fighting type, so stab. Anyways, just gonna double check what the level of Jupiter's mons are, so that I don't get myself fucked up. 23. Alright, gonna make sure that everyone's at 23. Trying to be careful with these things, don't want to fuck up and lose a mon just because I didn't level my Pokemon. Roar? Okay, not, like, the most important, but... I'm fine. I don't need it. There are use cases for it, for sure. Don't need it, though. 23 is what I was aiming for. I had to take a moment to think. Yo, Membis grows in power! Oh, is Slackoff on Monferno's list? I thought it wasn't, but I might have just been mixing things up with the flamethrower scenario. If that's the case, I can totally evolve. Water gun, nice, nice. I believe you, but I want to double check for myself, because yeah. Gonna get rid of Defense Curl, because why not? No, not Generation 9, Gen 4 moveset. Alright. Oh yeah, they do, at 46. So that's the thing is, they learn it, it's just a way later level. And does Infernape learn it? Just wanting to keep this in mind so I don't mess things up. Infernape does not. Yeah, Infernape doesn't, and if we do it on Monferno, we'd miss out on close combat if we want it. Which I honestly don't know if I'll take, because though close combat is very good damage, the lowering defense and special defense ain't the best. And also just 5 PP. That is a question. That is a question of if I want to do that. It's definitely something to think about. Not gonna be a concern immediately here, because the Colt isn't immediately needing to be leveled. Headbutt is nice, but I'm sorry, Membis, you are HMs. Yeah. Yeah, that's a tricky one. Because Monferno, going to Monferno would be good for fighting type. Fucking Hyper Fang, damn. For fighting type. For just stat boosting, I don't know why I have hiccups right now. And just like, generally it's good to evolve the Pokemon. But then it would also mean delaying Infernape longer than it would if we delayed Monferno. Tricky. Aqua Jet, that's what I like to see. 40 power, so matches Water Gun. Sure to strike first. Yeah, so I basically can replace Quick Attack, honestly. I'm gonna replace Quick Attack for now, because it's just a stab Quick Attack. But I might replace Water Gun later. Yeah. No, only Rumpkus can have Hyper Fang. That's the rules. Alright. But yeah, Palazzle now has some solid use cases. I say as if they didn't have any before. Alright. We are now to a suitable level for the fight. Let's see. Who would be the best person to open with? She opens with a Zubat, so honestly, Loijeff is the way, yeah. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be doing close combat because of the nasty plot gimmick. So, yeah, in that case, honestly, I don't think I lose out on anything by going to Monferno. Didn't need to talk to him, I guess. Anyways, gonna snag this item just ahead of time. The upgrade. God, I forgot they just sort of give out some of those items. Alright, let's do it. Two Pokemon. The Zubat should go down quick. Because we have level advantage, even if they don't die immediately. Intimidate is always good. Stops wing attacks or bites from doing much. And we might just one-shot. Yeah, if we ever get Porygon. Okay, always can just crit. The crit meta is here. Now for the real tricky question. Skuntank. Poison Dark type. What is my best bet for Skuntank? Just sort of thinking about it for a moment. Did I bring any ground? I should have brought a ground. I should have benched like a Bomba or something. Because ground is the only weakness, and we had a Magnitude boy. Oh well. I guess we just hit him hard and fast and hope that we don't die. And just at the same time, making sure that they don't secretly have a move that would kill me instantly. They have Dark type, they have Poison Gas. Okay. The Poison Gas and Night Slash are the main things to worry about. But yeah, I should have brought Turk. Oh well. How much does Night Slash do? 40! Okay! Man, is Night Slash the one that does 40 guaranteed? Okay, we do about a third. Not great. No, it just has an increased crit ratio. That's what it is. Okay. In which case, Loijeff, get the hell out of there. Do we have someone resistant to dark? This is where memorizing the type chart would be good. Because we didn't evolve to Colt, we don't have a fighting type. And none of our Mons are dark. None of our Mons are steel. Okay. In which case, it's just someone tanky. Yeah, really should have brought Turk here. Oh well. Okay. Maybe I bring a Bomba in. Try to get a stun off. Or actually, I feel like it's so inconsistent when I use it, but maybe I can get a Confuse off. But realistically, I also can just sort of hit them until they die. More than I would like, but assuming that wasn't a low roll, we can tank a hit. And I'm going to go for Confuse Ray, because it's good accuracy. And hopefully now I can pivot a little bit more cleanly. It didn't hit self. Don't one-shot, please. It wasn't a high roll. Well, a low roll, rather. Good. Okay. Scary. Scary. Membus might actually be something to go for here? That's true. That's true. I believe that Night Slash... Yeah, Night Slash is physical, makes contact, all that jazz. So, yeah, Bomba could be a good move. But, yeah, let's see if a Bomba can get in without taking a hit thanks to Confusion. Don't know if the Confusion's worthless Confusion. Never use it. I guess a Bomba isn't doing anything. Damn. It's up to Membus. Membus needs to be tanky for us. How much does Night Slash do? More than I would like, but can tank a hit. What is our best bet here? Because just want to make sure, Barrel, I believe, is water normal. Water normal, yeah. And let's see. Cut is 50. Water gun is 40. What is the defenses of a Skuntank look like? Similar, but slightly lower special defense. And Water gun has slightly better accuracy. Okay. Sort of wish I gave them, like, Headbutt or something now. Yeah, that Night Slash is a bitch. I'll go for the Water gun, see how it does. We only can take the one more hit. Does fucking nothing, and they have a berry. They gained HP, I think. This is bad. And the fucked up thing here, if I pivot too much more, I'm just gonna fuck us. Because we keep taking hits, and we can't afford to take more hits. This is rough. Should have brought Turk. Should have brought Turk. I don't want to lose Membus, because she's our TM lad. But I might need to let a kill happen for a clean switch. Because I don't know how else we do this. Yeah, it wouldn't get a move off, so it would just be a kill. The fucked up thing is it's either Chriswiv, Loijef, or a Bomba then. And we don't have a strong replacement for either of them for, like, what their niche is. Loijef's been a really solid part of the party. Chriswiv is at the point that they're able to support a lot. What's Chriswiv's speed? 52. I guess really what I should be looking at is compared to Skuntank. That's really what matters. Better. Yeah, like, if we send Blazzle or Decolt in, they will die before they can do something unless they outspeed, which I think they will, but then they'll die. Emulate Blazzle has a priority move, so there's that, but I think Blazzle just outspeeds anyways. So reasonably, Chriswiv should outspeed if they're given a clean switch, but obviously they'll die afterwards if they clean switch. And Confuse Ray was worthless, so I'd just, like, wing attack or something. Yeah, the Quick Claw is on fucking Turk. We should have brought Turk for so many reasons. Here's the fucked up thing. Part of me thinks letting Membus go is the way. Because though it will be annoying to not have a good HM holder, we already have Rock Smash on Decolt and Turk, and we could give Cut to someone else. So, though Membus won't be able to pull anything here unless Skuntank misses, I think it's sort of the least damaging to the overall team. God, this is rough. I hate having to do this kind of thing. Because Abalma's our only grass type and is sort of our catcher. Chriswiv has value. Loijef has value. But we need to do a sack. And really, losing an HM holder is more an inconvenience than anything. Yeah, Thalazzle will be key because of that. They hit the Night Slash. We die. Not unexpected. Oh, I just realized the fucked up thing. Isn't Night Slash priority? Or am I mixing that up? Didn't I just check that and find that out? No, I'm making that up. I am making shit up. Thank God. Or at least if I'm not making that up, I don't know where it is that I saw it. Yeah, the fucked up thing is if I bring Chris in, they're not gonna live, but they'll at least get a attack off, which I think we need. This is dire measures. I hate to do it. How much does it do? It's stab. Not enough to really be too much. Rest in peace, Chris. We luckily have fast Mons, and Skuntank isn't that fast, but God, that fucking sucks. Thalazzle is slightly more health, and defense-wise is 23. No, Membus is dead. I was trying to see Decolt 24. So they're effectively the same defense. Okay. Realistically, Thalazzle is our best bet, because we have, in the most dire circumstances, a replacement in a couple other water types. And we have priority with stab. We at the very least can get 2 hits in, assuming they have Kratos or some shit. But it does fucking no damage? Oh, and they go for a smoke screen. Weird. I mean, I hate the accuracy loss, but I'll take... Oh my fucking god. Oh, I hate that. There's the crit I was talking about! Jesus fucking Christ! Come on, Decolt! You're one of the last few people alive! Actually, wait, I doubt it. Is a Bomba faster? I seriously doubt it. No. But Loijef might be. And Loijef has Intimidate. What is Loijef's speed? Because it would be a death sentence to Loijef, but... slower. Damn. Yeah, because Chris Whip did outspeed. That is a good thing to keep in mind. 52. 33 not outspeeding, okay. 32 not outspeeding, 42 probably not outspeeding. So outspeeding is out of the question. Here's the thing. I think I might need to Loijef for the Intimidate proc, so that even if Loijef goes down, Decolt has as much of a chance of living as possible. Fucking sucks, but... I think that's the only guaranteed way out of this fight. I could risk it with Decolt, but Decolt's gonna die to, like, 2 hits at most. So the Intimidate, at the very least, makes it more likely he survives a hit. And we can get maybe a Spark off. Because I don't want to switch into Loyjeff, it's just going to die. Well, not Lloyd, into the Cult. It didn't use Smokescreen, saw the kill. This fucking hurt. If we just brought Turkestan, it would have worked. It would have been fine. Fuck me for not planning my strategy more. Okay. Flame Wheel is the way to go. It outspeeds. Hopefully doesn't one-shot. Or they can just crit. We might lose here. We might fucking lose because we didn't bring Turk. When I say might, I mean will, because we don't win this. The unfortunate thing is, I'm not surprised by the crits, because Night Slash is high crit ratio. So, the fact that we weren't getting crit more is honestly a little surprising. But that fucking sucks. I brought a team of squishy but relatively fast, but like not like super fast, squishy guys who don't have the type advantage, instead of the Mon I had to fucking do it. We don't got much left. But we can see what we can do with it. That is fucking demoralizing. That fucking sucks. Yeah, I thought I was going to be able to handle it too. I thought that I was going to manage to be able to at least do something. Well, I guess all of my delaying of evolution was for naught. Wait, did I put Shellos in the box? Yeah, I was not doing things correctly there. I was putting in the grave some living Pokemon. Oh my god, that fucking sucks. No time skip for a Bomba now. Alright. That hurts. Okay. But now, you have the Mon I should have had with me the whole time. Gonna level Mons up to the appropriate level and do the fight again. But after something like that, I might end up calling it a little preemptively, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm as I mentioned near the start of stream, I'm already a little low energy, and god, that just fucking demoralizing. Yeah, I don't know. Ooh, one more level for them. I don't know why I didn't take rollout, but whatever. Rock throw is rock throw, it works. The fucked up thing is now we have so many less options. We don't even have a full team. Obviously, we'll be able to change that soon, but we are going to be on recovery duty of the team now. Gonna need to find some way to make this work. Yeah, at the very least, though, I won't stop until we get our revenge or die crying. But, yeah. Stream might be coming to a close a little sooner than usual. Rain Dance? Not horrible. Get rid of... Actually, they do have a water type move. Did I overlook Water Pulse thinking that it was Water Sport? I think I might have. Anyways. My soul fucking hurts right now. True. I can pick things up. For now, though, I'm just gonna do this fight, because I need to teach someone cut. Because Turkestan probably can handle it. And if he doesn't, I honestly could care less at this point. We'll just restart. Okay, I guess we are going back. Alright, is there a grass patch I can grab anywhere close by? Is there a route I can access on this side? There is 211, okay. Who's our best catcher at this point? Nothing particular there. Okay, no one particularly good for catching. Turkestan's tanky and has low power moves. Probably fine. I do not want to fight a fucking guy or a child. You don't need to be fighting a ninja boy. Yeah, well, a Zubat I can chuck a rock at, that's fine. The fucking Quick Claw! Oh my god. There we go. Another Zubat? Okay. Of course we miss, because it's not perfect accuracy. Don't flinch me, please. Good. Alright. Turkestan's holding their ground against the Zubats. Believe it or not. There we go, one shot. There we go. Now let's try to actually catch something. Jingling, I have no idea if they can learn cut, but I'll take it. Alright. Now, I believe Jingling is Psychic type. I think that's right. Gonna just make sure of that. Oh, huh, Chingling's actually a sort of less likely encounter here, but yeah, Psychic, okay. So, with that in mind, I can probably punch it, because it'll resist. The Quick Claw rock! Yeah, I have no idea what Chingling's moveset is. I'm just hoping that it can learn cut so that we can continue. Because that is the weird fucked up thing. If we can't access a route that we haven't gone to and catch something that can learn cut, we effectively might have the run be over. Which is sort of crazy. Alright, gonna throw a ball. Should be able to get it. It's in the yellow. It's several levels lower. There we go. At the very least, a number 6 slot. And maybe a cut receiver. Koovy. Alright, Koovy, don't let me down. Please be able to learn... God damn it, okay. In that case, back to Orbert! Woo! Hi, Bronzor. Do you think you could have learned cut? Time for the big ol' backtrack. Why can't I fucking escape? Just let me go. You're 14th level, why are you trapping me? There we go. The grueling process. Alright. Realistically, shouldn't be that bad getting back. Just gonna heal up before leaving town. Yep, everything takes cut. They expect you to have cut. Because outside of Nuzlocke, there's no way to not have cut unless you just release every single Pokemon that can learn cut and refuse to catch anything else. I don't think we're fully cut off from the run, like, being able to continue, but it is damn near close to it at this point. Yeah, no way to get around back through the forest. At least the music in here is nice. I'm gonna pick up this item just because I feel like it. A green shard! Whoa, that would have been useful for things I had planned for Decult. Gonna use a repel. God, I don't think I've been more annoyed at a wipe in a Nuzlocke than I am right now because of this. In large part because it happened because I was just sort of silly and didn't bring the Mon that solved the entire issue. It was just a poor play on my part of what I brought to the table. And then on top of that, I probably could have won if I hadn't gone for the Confuse Ray play, or if I had... Why can't I escape? Or if I had just not gotten crit one of those 2 times and be able to get, like, 1 move off. Not guaranteed, but I might have been able to. What? Is it based on, like, speed or something? Yeah, like, every other wipe I've had, I feel like was reasonable or early enough in the game that it's just like, there's not much I could do about it. And only once have I had an early game wipe on stream. But that was, like, very early. Jesus Christ! Hi, Hoot Hoot, get the fuck out of my face! I'm gonna need to fucking pivot to run. What is happening? I'm honestly not surprised, because it wasn't resisted at all, and they were two comparatively low health and low defense Pokemon against a physically strong Pokemon, but still, it's fucked up. Everyone was getting two-shot, so a crit one-shotting isn't too crazy. Time for continuing the grand adventure back, but oh hey, I've fought everyone here. Yeah, no, if this run dead ends, I do intend to start up another run, because I'm not satisfied with ending that early in the run. I will only accept a loss in a run being a run, like a ender of a gen run, if it's like the end game and like I lose to the Elite Four or something. Though I think we will be able to slowly grind our way back up into viability here. We have our answer for the fight that killed us, and hopefully we don't get fucked up in that process. And then from there, we'll have access to more Mon possibilities. Okay, I had not fought this man. Prepare to die instantly, because I think you just mentioned him a Chop, and I have a Kadabra. No, you have a Magikarp. Never mind. Oh, I saw him say something about the Chop. I think I'd let Gotcha Fate pick again, because though I would love to pull the, like, schemes of Nasty Plot, Slack Off, Chimchar, I don't need to, and, you know, trying more Mons is always fun. If I tried Piplup, that would be neat, just because I've never tried Piplup, but if it ends up as Chimchar again, I would. Alright, healing up. And then continuing the trek. The long journey to get a fucking Pokemon who can learn Cut, maybe. What even are the Mons that I can catch there? Just want to make sure that I'm not wasting my time, basically. That is not the correct spot. That's Oreburgh Gate, not Oreburgh Gym. Okay. Took the wrong turn. Now, where exactly am I going to catch something here? Okay, another fight. I'm gonna let out more rage on this small child as well, yes. God. I will acknowledge I am somewhat playing up the annoyance, but absolutely more of it is real than I would care to admit. Oh boy. Anyways, die instantly. Yeah, I'm a big Turtwig fan. Turtwig, I'd say, is my favorite of the Gen 4 Mons. Like, in his line entirety. But I vibe with Piplup, just haven't ever really used them. And I have a fondness for Chimchar because they were my first starter, but I'd say Turtwig is sort of my number one. Okay. Gonna try to avoid these people because I know I haven't fought them. Maybe I'll want to pick up some repels before I make the trek back, because, God. one more fight for the road. Hi, Geodude. Why weren't you there for me when I actively chose not to have you? Anyways. Alrighty. Thank you for getting my way, good sir. Much appreciated. Alright, it's up just up here, I imagine. Ah, yes, Route 207. Okay. What does 207 have for me? At night, it's probably Machop, but could be Ponyta or Kricketot. Okay. Cool, let's see what we get. Machop, unsurprising. I would expect Machop to be able to learn Cut. I feel like that makes somewhat sense. I do not want to use Fronlet here. That is a level 6 Machop. Probably just throwing a Pokeball is my best option because this is a level 6. It will die instantly to anything I throw at it. Let's get in the ball. Let's get in the ball. God damn it. And it low kicks me, doing basically nothing. Because it's level 6. I throw another ball. Okay, cool. Yeah, if they can learn Cut, then they will be a solid HM holder. Alright. We got Machop. Woo! Let's see, can the run continue? Let's give him a name. Bobbert. Bobbert, the holder of HMs. The funny thing is, I probably could have checked this before we made the whole journey, but whatever. I do not have him in the party. What am I doing? For a second, my soul died. Why am I even healing? I took like 2 damage. Just instinctively I heal when I enter a Pokemon Center. I also am entering a bit of a anti-flow state, I think. I'm zoning slightly. Alright, Bobbert. You should not be in the grave box. That is a strange sign. I don't know what to think of that. I don't know if it's a good or bad omen that Bobbert was among the dead. Come on! Okay. Okay. One other opportunity. One other opportunity. We have honey. We have honey. And we haven't done the meadow. And I think you can catch something there. It's gonna be a sort of backtrack. But we could potentially catch a Combee, an Apalm, a Burmy, a Cherubi, Heracross, Munchlax. The thing is, can Magikarp learn Cut? At this point, I'm just gonna check if things can learn Cut before we make the journey, because if not, I'm just gonna say, fuck it, the run's dead. I guess I should look up just who can learn Cut rather than individual Mons. it's just gonna tell me who can learn by level up, not by actual CM or HM. Magikarp, physically incapable of learning from HM. Gyarados? Gyarados, question mark? We are fucking at the bottom of the barrel. Nope, Gyarados does not learn Cut from HMs. They learn Surf, Strength, Rock Smash, and Waterfall. Okay. Then looking to the things in the Honey Zone. Combee. I feel like Bugs should be able to learn Cut. Combee does not learn any HMs. Vespiquen would require us to catch a female one. But we could evolve them up to it if we did. And do they learn any HMs? They learn Cut, so that's an option if we get them. But that's a that's a very specific opportunity. Oh boy. Are they just like a 50-50? Oh god, no, they skew so massively to male. 12.5% chance of female. So Combee isn't like an ideal option, but is a chance. Apalm, I feel like Apalm could because they're a normal type. Okay, there is at least a version of events where we can, so I'll give it a shot. Apalm can. We have two options, one that is much more viable than the other. And yeah, from there it's just a game of chance, so we'll see. Alright, back to the meadow! Woo! Actually, I'm gonna buy repels while I'm here. Don't want to bother walking through caves and shit while running into Mons. This is such a deranged state for the run. Because if we can bypass this one thing, we can continue and catch more things on more routes, and we're early enough in the game that we can recover from that much of a loss, and we'll be fine, but it's just this. Yeah, the number one likelihood is gone. So the next... The big question is, do we get Combee? Because though female Combee could evolve and learn what we need... Oh, okay. If it's the more likely outcome, then no, can't happen. Which... Combee is the highest chance, but if Burmy, Cherubi, or Heracross can, then it statistically is more likely than not that we get something that works. Just not guaranteed. Yeah, things were going great! I think that's part of why I didn't worry too much about thinking about what I had on my team, because I was like, yeah, no, there's not anything specific we have against them, but, like, we have powerful Mons, we're decently quick, that kind of thing, and then it just crashed and burned. Luckily, the run back this way shouldn't be that bad. I have not used a repel yet. I was just getting lucky before. Okay. Yeah, if I pulled Heracross now, that would be insane. Which honestly would be fine, because I would assume Heracross, of all things, could learn Cut. I would honestly be shocked if Heracross can't. The savior of the run, Heracross, would be honestly sort of iconic. Yeah, the run back this way is luckily not nearly as bad. Just need to be careful not to run into anything. Repel wears off perfectly. Now we go for this. Because we have high chance of bugs, I'm gonna not have Fronlet in front. Probably just gonna put Turkestan in front to be tanky. And now we do the honey thing. Alright, how the fuck does it work? I always forget how this works. How does the honey work? I never dived too much into the honey thing because I never understood it as a kid. So... Oh god, is there a wait time? No, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. Six real-life hours. I could speed it up to trick the game. And maybe there's a way for me to get my cousin to artificially place the timer for, like, 6 hours forward. But that honestly sounds like more work than it would take, because the speed up isn't going to solve anything. That's just 3 hours now. Oh, that is insane. Okay. Well, I guess that's another way for the stream to end, is to have to wait 6 hours. Huh. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess the way I'll go about things is... Yeah, it truly was not Jupiter who ended the run. It was a Nuzlocke soft lock of sorts. Depending on what we pull here after 6 hours, it could save the run. But I think what I'll do is, though this is a bit of a shorter stream, it's only about like 3 hours, I think I'll call it here. I'll, in between now and next time, get this encounter, see if it saves the run. If it does, get us back in position so that we can just do the Jupiter fight and then straight move onward from there. And if not, we can just start the next, like, stream with a new run. And I'll just, like, handle the logistics of getting to determining which of those it is between streams. I think I've run into a similar conundrum before, back in a personal run of Fire Red, but this is a rare occurrence for me. I don't think I've really hit a true soft lock based on the rules I'm applying to myself. Huh. It's definitely not the first time a Nuzlocke in general has found a soft lock, because that's pretty easy when you are losing Mons. You could very easily early on not have any Mons that can learn Rock Smash because all the others died, and then just not have encounters left. But, like, realistically, the later into the game you get, the less likely to get soft lock you are. But, yeah. So I think that'll be my plan. Given that this was a bit of a shorter stream, and I was a little lower energy and stuff, to an extent, I feel like I handled things pretty well, but, you know, I am sort of crashing a little bit. I might... Keyword might do an extra stream later this week or something, just sort of make up for it, do a little bit more. Wouldn't be a full stream, probably, just sort of like a brief stint or something. But I might do that. Either way, regardless of that, next week, unless suddenly it's revealed that Planar Arcadia is coming next week secretly, which we know not to be the case, of course. It'll be this Nuzlocke again, whether it's this one or the next one, but still platinum. And yeah, so at the very least, next week that, and then, if not sooner, and then the week after should probably be platinum again, unless I decide to shake things up. But then after that, a whole, like, 3 weeks from now, it's gonna be the fucking dense as hell week where I'm pretty sure both Zenless and Star Rail are dropping. So, yeah. Keep an eye out for announcements. That's that. Sort of a weird-ass way to end, but, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed despite the oddity and the sort of demoralizing loss near the end here. But I'm having fun still. I feel like we have enough of a team here that if we get this cut encounter, we will be fine. It's a shame to lose all the mons we had. I liked them, but we can handle it. We will survive. That's sort of the point of a Nuzlocke. Tragedy ensues and such. But yeah, so hope to see you all on a future stream, and hope to see you in comment section on videos and stuff. Yeah. Bye-bye.